You're watching WKYT News at noon.
Good afternoon. Bill Bryan and Barbara Bailey here for WKYT News, and we continue. Police have arrested a man in a kidnapping case. The investigation began this morning after a woman told a clerk at Love's Travel Stop in Madison County she had been kidnapped and asked them to call for help.
Police found the suspect at Lexington's Thoroughbred Center a short time later. WKYT's Mark Barber is live at the State Police Post in Richmond, where investigators have been piecing together what happened. It's our top story at 12:30.
State police say the man who kidnapped the woman knew her well because they had been in a relationship. Investigators say it was a tumultuous and an abusive situation, so the woman filed an emergency protective order against the man in Clark County. When the pair was spotted this morning, they were in Madison County at the Love's truck stop off of exit 95. The manager of that gas station called 911 after the frantic woman came up to the checkout counter asking for help. She said she was being held hostage, and she pleaded with the manager not to do anything that would alert the man outside that she was asking for help. After the woman left, the manager gave a description of the car to state police. A couple hours later, Lexington police found the pair at the Thoroughbred Center. Investigators tell us the woman was safe when they arrested the man. State police are not identifying him at this point, but we have learned from one of his friends that his name is Jeff Rowland. His friend tells us the man showed up to work today just like it was any other day.
He's been galloping horses forever, and his son does too. His son works in the other barn, and he gallops horses. They both gallop horses. And he'd been on horses all morning, you know, like nothing, just normal. Everything was normal until all the police came in.
Investigators tell me they do not know whether Rowland was armed. They tell me that he will be charged at some point, but they're still trying to figure out what exactly those charges will be. In Madison County, Mark Barber, WKYT.
Now, investigators say they're still working to figure out when the woman was kidnapped. We have showers and thunderstorms returning to the area.
Is that a surprise? You know,
we've heard it before.
Pattern we've had. Some of them could be heavy enough to lead to more flash flooding, although Mike has sort of also dialed back the chances this afternoon. Here he is in our First Alert Weather Center with what we expect.
Yeah, and we are seeing some spark up across the region. Don't get me wrong, we will get a few rumbles of thunder today, and some of those will be very heavy downpours. You do not need that widespread rain, and that's what I'm going to try to nail to you as we go throughout the next 30 minutes or so with the show. Is you don't need widespread rain to have flash flooding concerns. If you watch these spark up, watch where they move. They're really not moving that much. So they'll stay over one spot for a long period of time. You get some heavy rain over one spot for a long period of time, and what typically happens? Yeah, you'll start to get that flooding there on the roadway. So that's what we have to watch out for, just because we have such a wet ground. It's mid-80s right now. We'll finish off pretty much in the mid-80s, some in the upper 80s, but storms will be around. And that's going to be our focus, is to see where these thunderstorms are sparking up. It's back towards 65. I'd say the western areas east of I-75 doesn't have that great of a chance, but the chance is still there. And I would say west of I-75 has a better opportunity. The closer you get toward Louisville, the better chance. Now, we'll talk about that because we have a big yard sale going on, 127 yard sale, how that's going to affect your plans today, tomorrow, and through your weekend. And not just that, but it's the last weekend before kids get back to school. What does your forecast look like right now? I have that in just a few minutes.
We'll see you shortly. Thank you. A business owner had to deal with 2 break-ins this morning. The owner of Signature Wine and Liquor on South Limestone says a man broke through the store's front door about 5 a.m. He found the man inside with a bottle of liquor near him. The owner says he boarded up the door and police took the man to the hospital. There was a second break-in about 4 hours later. The owner tells us he found the same man inside his business with another open bottle of booze.
That was the bottle that he had, that he was drinking. As is this ongoing process with the homeless people around this area, that all our businesses fed up.
The owner says that there have been many burglaries in his 4.5 years there. He has no intention, though, of moving his business. A clerk put a stop to an overnight gas station robbery. Police say Kenneth Hopkins walked into the Shell station on Newtown Pike and implied that he had a weapon. That's when police say the clerk used a gun to stop the robber and held him until the police got there. Hoskins is in jail this afternoon and charged with robbery.
A woman injured in a dog attack has filed a lawsuit. 7 dogs owned by Chris Pope escaped a kennel and attacked Loretta Stevens in Lincoln County last summer. The Interior Journal reports in addition to Pope, Stevens has sued county officials in Lincoln and Boyle counties and the owners of the property where the dogs were housed. Dogs were euthanized after that attack. Pope was charged in the case, but those charges were later dismissed because he's already serving time for crimes in 2 other counties. A stabbing attack in London has left an American woman dead and 5 others injured.
As Jonathan Vigliotti shows us, police there in England are not sure what sparked the violence, but they say the suspect may have been mentally ill.
Police arrived within minutes and tasered the suspect who attacked several people with a knife, killing an American woman in her 60s. 5 other people are wounded, including another American.
There was clearly, I could just see, there was applying some form of CPR to the person who was lying on the ground.
Police have not released the name of the suspect, but say he is a Norwegian citizen of Somali descent. Investigators have interrogated him and interviewed his family. They believe he was mentally ill and not carrying out a terror attack.
I emphasise that so far we have found no evidence of radicalisation that would suggest that the man in our custody is in any way motivated by terrorism.
The attack happened here at London's popular Russell Square, which is close to landmarks, including the British Museum, and popular with tourists and students.
The violence comes within hours of London police announcing a plan to put an additional 600 armed officers on patrol. Typically, police in the UK do not carry guns. British authorities are urging the public to be vigilant following Islamic State terror attacks across Europe. Jonathan Vigliotti, CBS News, London.
And the other victims injured in the stabbing attack include an Australian and an Israeli. Nobody there has life-threatening wounds other than, of course, the fatality. Well, a crash involving calves slowed down traffic on a Kentucky interstate this morning. A truck hauling 116 cows overturned on Interstate 71 in Henry County, and police had to put a detour in place while the calves were rounded up eventually.
Not an easy thing to do. Well, Kentucky's coal jobs have hit their lowest level in more than 115 years. That's according to a new report from the State Energy and Environment Cabinet. The number of coal jobs statewide dropped 6.9% from April to June of this year. As of July 1st, the estimated number of coal jobs remaining in Kentucky was 6,465. The State Transportation Cabinet has rescheduled work to install a new traffic signal at a busy Lexington intersection. The work at Nicholasville and Man of War will now take place August 14th from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. The signal is part of construction on the Summit at Fritz Farm. The shopping center is scheduled to open next March.
You can now get your chicken fix in the capital city. Frankfurt's first Chick-fil-A opened up at 6 o'clock this morning. You could hear the trumpet there just before dawn. The first 100 people in line got a gift card for a free meal a week for a year. Dozens of people camped out for days just for a chance to get one. So they had fun and got some good chicken.
And they're resting now.
Coming up, today's Better Living. When is chemotherapy not the best way to go for some cancer patients?
And could your key to weight loss be as simple as texting? The answers ahead on WKYT.
Now, your hour-by-hour forecast with meteorologist Micah Harris.
Seeing some of those showers and thunderstorms spark up at this moment, but I want to show you where the bulk of it is. The bulk of it is right through here. So that goes from the western zones back towards 65 and back toward western Kentucky. That's good news for us because this morning it actually looked like it was going to be right on top of us. But this low pressure system isn't really moving all that much, and that's fantastic news. The bad news about that is, though, if you get any of these showers and thunderstorms sparking up, they don't have to be thunderstorms. They can just be showers sparking up and sitting over one spot because these aren't moving all that much. That's going to cause some problems there on the roads. I would say anywhere west of I-75, that's our best bet to maybe see a flooded spot or two. So we really got to be watching that closely. I would say over toward the farther west you go, Marion County, Taylor, Washington, Anderson, Spencer, Shelby, those areas, more than likely about a 60% chance of rain. Closer you get towards 75, it's more of a 40% chance of rain. And then east of I-75, you're talking a 30 and 40% chance of rain. So the farther you get east, better likelihood of not seeing any showers or thunderstorms. It's bad news, though, because you get that big Highway 127 yard sale is what we're looking at for today. And yeah, it just doesn't look like we're going to get by without seeing any rain. There will be a chance as we go into your afternoon. Off into the evening hours. Evening, I'd say the best chance during the evening time is going to be down south, but we still can't rule out about a 20% chance of a pop-up shower or thunderstorm still out and about. We head toward Friday morning, not much happening. Still a small chance during that time. And then you can see much of your activity is going to stay in southeastern Kentucky for tomorrow. By 8 p.m., there's not much showing up. So this afternoon, there is about a 40% chance of rain, and these storms really won't move that much. That's why we're going to be focusing in on the flash flooding concern in some spots. Not all spots. This isn't widespread rain, so it's not widespread flash flooding. So storms will be around today for your Highway 127 yard sale. Heading off toward your Friday, a storm or two, but I'd say the best action is back toward the east, so it shouldn't be over that area. That area is actually through our western zones. The weekend, Saturday rain chance, not so much Sunday. Sunday looks really, really nice. So really, we may get by for some of us not seeing any rain until Saturday. That would be really good news. Saturday is a pretty decent shot at that as that front starts to push on through. It's not really a cold front. It's not a warm front. It's just a front that's going to bring us some rain. So just keep in mind, you got any plans, stick to them. Just know you will have the chance at some storms there on Saturday. But heading off toward the lake, the pool, the river, I mean, you better do it. It's last weekend before the kids head back to school next week.
Yeah, in a lot of cases,
man,
that's right.
I can't believe it.
Crazy.
Summer did fly by, didn't it? All right. Well, can texting lead to weight loss? And there's a better alternative to chemotherapy for some cancer patients, apparently.
Marley Hall has details in this Better Living report.
Immediate aggressive chemotherapy may not be necessary for all patients with advanced kidney cancer. Researchers from the Cleveland Clinic found patients with slow-growing cancer can live for months and even years without the disease getting worse if they did active surveillance or close monitoring. Researchers say in some cases it can spare patients the debilitating side effects of highly toxic anti-cancer drugs. Sleep problems such as insomnia and oversleeping may increase the risk of stroke and may also get in the way of recovering after a stroke. That's according to a new review in the journal Neurology. The study authors say based on the research, people who have had a stroke should be screened for sleep disorders. And simple text messages seem to help dieters keep the weight off. Researchers in England say obese teenagers who received texts that reminded them of their commitment to eat healthy were 8 times more likely to keep their weight down. Those are some of the day's top health stories. Marley Hall, CBS News, New York.
Well, coming up, making a splash against cystic fibrosis.
Find out about this important event and why it's personal to one Lexington family next on WKYT.
And good to have you along on WKYT News. You can make a splash in the fight against cystic fibrosis. The annual event will be happening this month in Lexington.
We're joined by Melissa Chambers, who has a personal connection to this very important cause. Welcome. Glad to see you again.
Thank you. Good to see y'all.
Before we talk about this real party with a purpose that is coming up, let's talk about your personal connection to cystic fibrosis.
My daughter, Gray, has cystic fibrosis. She's 17 years old. She's going to be a senior at Henry Clay High School this year. And so we started fundraising when she was about 6 months old for CF, and we've seen a lot of changes in the last 17 years, and we're very hopeful that we're getting really close to a cure for this disease, so we're keeping on. Oh,
and that is so encouraging to hear that, just what you've seen in that short time. So this is a way that you make a difference. What is the Splash?
The Splash is basically a cocktail party. We're doing it in the banquet above Sal's, the Malone's banquet rooms, on Saturday, August the 27th from 7 to 11. It is, we have live music, open bars, lots of delicious food, as you can imagine, silent premiere auction items. It's just a really fun evening for a great cause.
And to benefit the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation, what is it that they do? What are they focused on right now?
Well, they are the driving force behind all of the research that has happened for cystic fibrosis. We get no federal funding, so it's all done by the foundation. The life expectancy has increased 20 years in the last 17 years, so they've come a long way with this disease. About 90 cents of every dollar that's donated from these fundraisers that we have year-round go to the life-saving research. And you know, there's a couple of drugs in study now that are really changing the look of this disease, helping it at the cellular level, really a cure, essentially. So this is why we keep going and support the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation.
When you can really see that cure in the future,
Oh,
that
is.
really is a wonderful thing. You make it fun for everybody. I know you've been working hard. What about some of those auction items?
Oh, we have packages from Cycle U, fitness packages, Norwalk Furniture, restaurants, Tulip, Suggins, Nick Ryan's. I mean, just, you know, facials and spas and golf packages. So really anything you'd be looking for.
Everybody can find something.
Everybody can find something. It's just a fun night.
Well, it certainly sounds like it, and for a tremendous cause. Thank you,
Yes.
Melissa, for coming in, and continue good luck with your daughter.
Thank you.
And with her progress.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Gray is a senior. That's a wonderful thing.
I
You
know.
give her our very best.
Looking
Thank
at those
you.
colleges, huh? All right.
Thanks.
Keep it here. He is a true comedy veteran. We've been having him in for years, and we look forward to this. He's making another stop in the Bluegrass.
We're talking with Vic Henley next on WKYT.
Welcome back into WKYT. He's done it all, appearing on just about every stand-up comedy show on TV. And you can see him here in Lexington live at Comedy Off-Broadway starting tonight.
We are very happy to have comedian Vic Henley in the studio with us today because we always know it's going to be a lot of fun. Welcome.
We have I've had marriages that didn't last as long as our relationship. I mean, both my marriages put together is not as combined or not as long as my relationship.
30
with you.
years or so you've been coming around.
I know it's been a long, long time. I believe I did grand opening week when they moved from on Broadway to off Broadway. I believe, and that was like '94 maybe or something like that. So the jokes have changed. I have new material.
Just so everybody knows.
For anybody,
right?
for anybody seeing this for the first time, it's not going to be. How about that Reagan? Boy, he's a cut up.
Well, you brought up politics. I guess.
No. That's not what I was not trying to steer it this way. I wanted it to be something fun and light.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's been some
might
year.
touch on that.
Well, I mean,
Just a
I'm just
little
saying, you know, if I say the wrong thing, I'm afraid, like today, for instance, if I said something wrong, I think Donald Trump's going to come in here and build a wall between us. And then I'd have to look up. I wouldn't be able to talk to you. So, you know, it's just so, it's funny to see everybody up in arms about it, but it's a pep rally for adult prostitutes. I think it's kind of maybe
And
the
you know,
only.
maybe the healthiest thing is to find some humor.
You got to. That's what I used to say about Obama is I think, I don't know if people just don't like him. I just don't think he was as funny because before Obama, 16 years of comedy gold in the White House. 16 years. 8 years of Clinton. Woo! 8 years of Bush. So it doesn't matter if you're a Republican or a Democrat. We had 8 years of hilariousness where literally if I didn't have anything to talk about that night, I go, well, let me just turn on the television and see what our leader is talking about today. And I think Obama, he just wasn't as funny as those two combined. He's all like, we need health care. Well, come on, no, stop talking about stuff. Be funny.
Be funny.
Make up a word or embarrass yourself.
I mean, in some ways, that's where I think America is right now. We need things to laugh about.
I would hope so. If you can, speaking of George W., if you can cartoonify, which is not a word, but I said his name, so I have to make up a word. But no, anytime you can amp up the funniness on the serious things, it makes it everybody. That's where we do have the common ground, I think. You know.
And there will be lots of laughs, we guarantee, at Comedy Off-Broadway. People need to come on out and enjoy.
Oh, certainly. There's one show tonight, 2 tomorrow, and 2 Saturday. It's always great. This is one of the few places that I choose and want to come to every single year.
And everybody's glad you do. We thank you for coming by today.
Oh, anytime, guys.
Very good. All right, he's from Alabama. Our Alabama weather guy. Here's going to check in with us before we go, Micah.
Yeah, this is your typical setup right here is in Alabama. I mean, anywhere in the south is when you get the heating of the day, you get these thunderstorms sparking up, and the best chance is going to be west of I-75 today. That's not the only chance. Eastern zone still 30 to 40% chance of rain, and this model's picking up on this very well. When you get into the afternoon, and there's your look at 4 p.m. Guys, Chris Bailey, he'll be in here at 4 p.m. Speaking of, and he'll get you updated on that.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us for WKYT News at noon.
Make it a great day, everybody.